So, just another Babish video, because you guys know I'm obsessed with the Babish culinary universe, apparently. Oh, excuse me. Whoa. But we're going to be watching ranking Japanese most expensive fruit, ranked with Babish. Since we watched his drinks and sushi one, we might as well, right? Yee. Okay, let's go.
Hello and welcome to a very special, very expensive, terribly fancy episode of whatever the show's called, where I'm going to taste test and rank Japanese luxury fruit. Let's hope it's good. I just spent $500. I just dropped $500. So fruit in Japan culturally is a gift item, a luxury item, something that you give someone to express respect or gift giving or business. There's a huge market for luxury fruits, for really high-end, carefully tended, top-of-the-line, incredibly flavored and textured fruit. To that end, I've gone to the most popular chain of luxury fruit markets here in Tokyo, and I've spent $500 on 19 pieces of fruit. And as you can see, we're on the 29th floor of the Prince Park Tower Hotel, a fitting environment for eating Japan's most luxurious produce. Let's dig in.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. The holidays can be a tough time of year for many people, myself included. You might know how important mental health is to me, and I believe that for yourself. Go to betterhelp.com/babish to read more, sign up, and receive a 10% discount off your first month.
So this whole episode was Tony's idea. This was his ploy to try all these fruits and have me pay for it. Tony, what is the fruit that you're most looking forward to?
Gotta hit that musk melon. Going for price here. Juicy.
Which fruit are you most looking forward to trying today?
I mean, not to just follow Tony and say the same thing, but the muskmelon, because I mean, what a luxurious, resplendent fruit that I wouldn't be able to try in any other scenario. Because would I pay $500 for a melon? No.
Well, it's $200. So would you pay $200 for a melon?
No.
No, well, I guess that follows. I'm going to break pattern here and say that I'm most looking forward to the grapes. We're at Sembakia. It's a very high-end fruit markets. It's in the basement of the Mandarin Orientals. That tells you what level of luxury we're dealing with here. Let's go see how much money we can spend on fruit.
I feel like Babish is going to be a little disappointed.
So we're in the equivalent of like a Bergdorf Goodman right now. There's a Louis Vuitton store in the same shop as this fruit that we're about to buy. Okay, so over here we have persimmon. We're looking at like $9, $10. Yeah. These mangoes are about 18 bucks. Come check this out.
Now I've heard the mangoes
This box
are good.
of grapes is around about $70, $75. So we're obviously getting those. Then over here, here's the good stuff. The musk melons, their highest grade melon, it's about $200 for a melon. Let's get two of these. This one, please.
And do you need a box?
Yes. All right, so I got one of everything.
Give me that box,
The
please.
most expensive iteration of everything. Is that the total? I got the, it's like $450.
That's not
I've done
bad.
dumber things for $450.
Yeah, I was
Now we
about
just
to
have
say.
to go to
That's
a
not that
cheap
bad.
department store, get a knife cutting board, some bibs, and we'll go back to my hotel room and eat this naked.
Thank you.
So first up, I'm gonna go in order of price. The very lowest, bottom of the barrel, is this navel orange, clocking in at $4. Every fruit comes with this little description card, and I'm going to read it to you
$4 for
using
an
my
orange.
best reading voice. Navel oranges are so named because the apex resembles the navel. They exhibit a vivid color and rich sweetness and have a beautiful fragrance and are extremely juicy. That's more of a Wikipedia entry on navel oranges, but not as perfect a structure as I might have imagined for a $4 orange. That does look quite good, and it is dripping as I slice it. Then again, so do most oranges.
So for a 4-pound bag of navel oranges at Kroger, it's
I gotta say,
$5.
I've had better oranges than that. I've been
Just
to
putting
Florida.
that out there.
If you've ever had a Honeybell orange, you've had a far better orange than
yeah.
this. You have to drink a Honeybell orange. It's ridiculous. This was just a solid orange. If I got this at the grocery store, I'd be like, yeah, I'm glad about that. A little sweeter than normal, very low acid. I will say that, like quite sweet, but so were Honeybells. I don't think this was Japanese grown, but they sold it to me for a Japanese grown price.
Yep.
Let me level with you. I'm gonna let you know the price. Okay?
Ad,
Just keep
go
between
away.
us chickens. But
Between us
I'm
chickens.
not going to allow that to affect my rating whatsoever. I don't care if this costs $1. I don't care if it costs $1,000. I'm going to rate it as a piece of fruit alone. And as a piece of fruit, this gets a 6. Just passable, good orange. $4 for a level 6 orange.
I will not pay $6
Next up,
for a level
a
6.
ruby grapefruit
$4 for a level
with a
6
reddish
orange.
skin and transparent red flesh. This mild flavored variety of grapefruit is juicy, less bitter, and incredibly sweet.
kind of
And
grapefruit?
that's not referring to this very special Japanese grapefruit. That's just ruby grapefruit. Let's take a look at that cross section. Yeah, that looks like a normal grapefruit. This grapefruit costed $5. Usually you could probably score one of these for $1, a little over $1. Ooh, she's
Yep,
juicy.
because it says $6
It's juicy.
for 4 or 5
it's
at Kroger.
juicy.
Ooh, it is juicy.
Again, if I bought this at the grocery store for a normal price, I'd be like, that's good grapefruit. I'm glad I bought that grapefruit. Kind of an irregular pith. It's annoying when you're scooping them out in the morning with a little spoon like this, because then you're not getting clean slices. I was also hoping for it to be like tenderer. It was tough to get it out of there. And also a very
Tenderer.
thick rind. For the price,
that is a
I'm
really thick
massively
rind.
disappointed. But again, cannot allow that to sway my rating. I'm going to rate this as a grapefruit. And as a grapefruit, this is also going to get a 6. It didn't say on the labels, but we're quite sure that these were not grown in Japan. These are not like specialty. They were just sold at a specialty fruit market for a dumb high price. I feel a bit taken advantage of. Next up, we have the Toki apple. This is a Japanese apple, and this apple costed $11. That's an incredible
I'm just
price
gonna
for an
put
apple. It's
green
big.
apple.
You're getting a lot of apple for your, but no, you're not. You're not getting much apple at all for your buck. This apple variety was crossbred and developed by a plant breeder in the Aomori prefecture. Although its production
single
quantity is
Granny
still
Smith
not
apple
large, it
is
is a
$1 at
promising
Walmart.
variety. These fragrant, juicy apples with a pleasant texture are very sweet and have a light yellow skin tinted with pale red. Let's get a... Ooh, it's tough. Tough
It's
apple.
yellow and red.
Nice golden flesh. Very normal apple-style core. Smells very apple-y. It's good. It's not as juicy as I would like. Not dry, but not nearly as juicy as I was hoping for. It's gotta be the sweetest apple I've ever had. Most apples that I've had have a little bit of acidity. Crisp texture, too.
Honeycrisp.
It's crispy apple.
There we go.
Is it worth $11? Hell no. I appreciate that somebody probably put their heart and soul into making it, but dear God, is it average mark of the beast. I'm gonna give it another 6. We got 3 6s in a row here.
Yeah,
'cause it
Honeycrisp is still only
slightly
$1,
better. like that much better than a dead average apple. Part of what you're paying for is aesthetic. So much attention is paid to the color of the skin, the nature of the flesh, just every aspect of how good it looks.
Yep.
But $11, I don't care how pretty it is. You should eat good. Next up, we
It
have
should
the
be
Shinano sweet apple. Shinano sweet apples were developed at the Nagano Fruit Tree Experiment Station. Sick. Their bright red aromatic flesh is juicy with a fresh flavor. The apples are very sweet, as the
Red
name
apple,
indicates, with
again,
a
about
moderate,
$1.
subtle sourness. Sounds like a good balance. Also, $11. That's a very good apple. It's better than the last one, I would say.
It
It
sounds
does have a
good.
little bit more acidity. It's got more sourness, as they said. Very subtle. This is a perfect, visually perfect apple. It's huge as
sound
well.
good too, honestly.
And it tastes
I don't know that it's
wonderful.
$11
And it's juicier than the last one as well, which I appreciate. And as an apple, I'm gonna give it an 8. Like I think it's an
Okay.
upgrade. That being said, still not worth $11.
Yeah, still not $11.
All right, next up we have the Fuyukaki persimmon. These plump and colorful persimmons are a seasonal variety of fruit that represents fall in Japan, which it is right now. You got that? You got the fall?
Yeah, it looks just cloudy mainly, but
Yeah, no.
sure, I believe you.
Filled with rich fruit juice, these persimmons are elegantly sweet and a very popular variety indeed. It is $12. I think that this guy's underripe. I think we should probably let him get ripe for a few days in a brown paper bag. But I don't have that kind of time.
$2?
So, never mind. That's ready to eat right now. What a delicious persimmon! My
$2 for
God,
persimmon.
flavor is extremely mild, very sweet. Hard to describe exactly what this tastes like, but the flavor is super subtle. The sweetness is very prevalent, super
never had a
juicy.
persimmon.
I would liken
I
the
should try
texture
a
to a very
persimmon.
firm tomato. I love it. I'm going to give this a 9. It's
I don't
fantastic.
know that I like that
thing to
texture
eat.
description, though.
We're still scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Next up's a $14 kiwi.
Oh!
I'm going to slice it up right now and see what's happening on the inside. Ooh. Oh, whoa, look at that color. It's called Sanuki Gold Kiwi Fruit. This is a kiwi fruit
3
variety
pounds of kiwi
developed at the Kagawa Prefecture.
$7
It is
at
characterized
Sam's
by its larger fruit size and yellow flesh. It has a high sugar content and a sweet flavor, as well as being juicy and filling. This is the first gold kiwi I think I've ever seen. Usually mine are just green. I'm gonna cut a slice. I'm gonna eat the skin too, because
see
you
if for
can
some
eat
reason-
kiwi skin.
Gold kiwi.
The core is a little hard. Maybe skip the core. Usually you eat kiwi core. Why is the core so hard? I'll
No,
forgive
golden
that because the
kiwis are
outside
still
is
about that same price.
fabulous.
So,
It does not taste like any kiwi I've had before. This is surprisingly tart. I guess there's a very mild grapefruit flavor. There's a bit of, sort of grassy note from the skin. It's probably because I'm eating the skin. The core is really
because
what's
I'm eating the
bothering
skin,
me.
yeah.
The core really takes me
would
out of
be
it.
how you
The
would
core
be
of a kiwi is
having
usually
skin
very
note.
small. It's like the size of a pencil. And this is the size of a very wide pencil. It just adds this bit of unpleasantness to the experience.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 9, but I'm going to give it an 8 for the core. The core, it unfortunately takes me out of it. I mean, eight's nothing to
that makes
sneeze
sense.
at. You shouldn't sneeze at anything, really. Just the inside of your arm or your hand.
I mean, I'll do it at the mic.
Next up, we have a pear called Nansui. It's $14, and this pear variety is very sweet and unrivaled among Japanese pears. These tasty pears are crunchy and full of rich fruit juice. Now, I think I'm gonna have a similar experience to the persimmon here because this also feels rock hard. Granted, the most Asian pears are harder and crunchier than what we might be used to in the West, where you buy it when if you touch it, your finger goes through it. Ooh,
Asian pear.
a beautiful interior. It is this sort of like
Grown Asian
mother
pear
of
at
pearl
Sprouts is
effect going on.
$4.
It almost looks like there's ripples inside of it, like a butterfly effect. Let's see what happens.
Oh, it sounds good though.
Oh, sweet mother
it's
of
got-
mercy.
It's got a
Damn it,
crunch.
that's good.
It's
It's
gotta
the
go
mildest
crunch.
flavor pear I've ever had. But that being
Okay.
said, it's like perfectly sweet. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. As I was chewing that, I had to swallow 4 times because of the amount of juice. Wow, that's amazing. It's a 10. Take a
Woo.
bow. Whoever
pear
made
gets a
this.
10.
Time well spent. Jesus. All right, next up we have the Nam Dok Mai mango from Thailand. This mango costed $15. The word Nam Dok Mai means a dewdrop of a flower in Thai. That's beautiful. That's not unlike what it looks like. I can see why they called it that. As the name suggests, this mango
mango's about a
variety
buck.
has a very juicy flavor with an intense
Like a normal
sweetness.
mango.
It is also less fibrous and easy to eat. I have no idea what the core situation is going to be here. I don't know how wide it is. I don't want to waste. I'm going to try to cut along it, cut around it. There it is. There. Okay. All right. We're in good shape. There we go.
Good shape.
Oh God, it's so juicy. Dear Lord.
Yeah, see, this is. I've always heard that the
Let's
mangoes
open her
in
up
Japan
like a
are
flower.
good.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. I know that mango sorbet is supposed to taste like mango, but that tastes like mango sorbet. It's so juicy. It's so tender. And the flavor, it's so sweet. It's ridiculously sweet. You could have told me that this is like a new technology and helped us invent a room temperature sorbet. Here, it's in the shape of a mango. Trust me, it's sorbet. That's what's happening here. 10. It's a perfect mango. And it's $15. Would I pay $15 for this? Once a month. Or more. I don't know. Best mango I've ever had. Ever.
Yeah, that's what I always
Okay,
hear.
next up, so we didn't get a card with this one. These are strawberries. They costed $16. They have a distinct gradient of, beautifully dark red to utterly pale snow white at the top. When I saw them in the carton, I only glanced at them and I was like, those look underripe. But this clearly is on purpose. This has got to be premeditated. It's too perfect. Oh,
So a pack of strawberries
I'll
is
tell you
about
about it in a
$5
moment.
at Sprouts.
I have to imagine that these strawberries were purposefully gradually ripened. I don't know what it would call it. Not only because they look so perfect, but also because you get an eating experience as you go through the strawberry. You start sweet, very familiar strawberry flavor, and as you go towards the top, it gets really tart. So you get this like little story almost as you go through the strawberry. It tastes like those fresh from the farm strawberries. It doesn't taste like the wild strawberries, which are really like intense and sweet and jammy. And it doesn't taste like the factory farm strawberries, obviously, that taste like, you know, bullets or something. It's not like
what the fuck is he talking about?
I have had better strawberries than this. If I could only eat one kind of strawberry for the rest of my life, I'd choose wild strawberries. That being said, these are a spectacular strawberry, and they're very unique too, because you get that sort of difference in texture and flavor. So I'm gonna give these a 9. They're damn near perfect. They're really awesome. Next up, we have papaya. This papaya costed $19. I have a personal connection to papaya. It was in the very first episode of Binging with Babish. This papaya is the Capojo Solo variety.
Papaya
the unripe
price.
Green fruit is used as a vegetable.
$6 each.
I did not know that. The papayas available in Japan are mainly imported from Hawaii and the Philippines. Ooh, it cuts nice. Cuts like a mango. Whoa, wow. I mean, I'm not surprised that's what papayas look like on the inside. Apparently there's uses for this, but we can't cook here, so I'm just gonna...
Don't worry, I'm filming it.
I'll just cut some wedges like it's a melon or something. That feels right. Oh, man. Now that is a papaya. This is just like the flesh of the mango. It is, your teeth just glide through it. Unlike the mango, which just tastes like an insane mango, this just tastes like the perfect papaya. Really sweet, strong flavor, but not like punching you in the face or anything. I mean, it's not that that'd be a problem. That would be cool too, but like this is just, everything is dialed in exactly right. It's awesome. 10. Next up we have Suisho Buntan. Buntan, I don't know what it is. It did cost $23. With a pale green, smooth, and beautiful skin, Suisho Buntan is a citrus fruit, answered one question, with a refreshing fragrance that lingers delicately. The elegant sweetness and dew of the juice filling the transparent and crystal-like flesh are truly delightful. Use a knife to make some cuts in the skin before peeling and eating. I suck at peeling things. I don't know how well this is gonna go. I'm gonna cut it in half and see what I'm working with here.
Whoa, what
it's like
the
a
fuck?
giant lemon almost. Whoa. Sure smells like a lemon. It made my mouth water smelling it because I'm like, that's gonna be sour. But they say it's like incredibly sweet. I know I was supposed to peel it, and I'm sorry if that's doing it wrong, but I'm very bad at peeling. Oh, that peels real nice. Whatever.
Whatever.
Whoa.
Takes a bite.
That's crazy. That is like halfway between a grapefruit and an orange. I don't know how you're supposed to eat the flesh. It's really tough and fibrous, but the juice is fabulous. So it's good, it's interesting, but like I don't know if I'd ever seek this out for freelance eating, for recreational style. I'm sure that I ate it wrong, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of comments saying you ate it wrong and that's why you didn't like it. That's probably what's going on here, actually. But I'll give it a 6 for that reason, because it tastes really good, and I'm sure if I ate it correctly, I'd like it more. All right, folks, things are getting real, just as the sun goes down. I hope you can see what I'm doing. The Queen Rouge Grape. These bad boys sitting right here, guess how much they cost? I'll wait. Wow, you nailed it. $73 for these. I mean, they look perfect. They look absolutely perfect.
They're
Queen
$5
Rouge is a
for a
Nagano
bunch.
Prefecture original variety. It is characterized by its strong sweetness, subtle muscat aroma, and crisp texture. This grape has no seeds, and its skin is thin, so you can enjoy the grape as is. They're huge, the size of these
Because
suckers.
the Japanese will peel
These
their
are,
grapes.
you know, an extremely popular gift in the luxury fruit market. They're treasured
I've heard
culturally.
bad things
Let's
about
see what
the
all the fuss is about.
grape taste.
That's a grape that eats like a freaking orange. It's huge and it's juicy. It's got just like a nice palish greenish interior. They don't taste like red grapes where I'm from. These taste like something wholly different. It's so sweet, and it's incredibly juicy, not in the normal grape way, in a you need to kind of drink it way. Unbelievable. As a cultural symbol, this is a very important thing in Japan. as an expression of that symbol, this is about as good as it gets. These are unbelievable. 10, solid 10. Oh, Jesus.
What would you pay $75 for that?
These are somehow even more perfect than the last ones. These are Shine Muscat grapes. These were $91. These are more expensive than the Queen Rouge grapes. This fresh aromatic Muscat has an intense sweetness, providing a great flavor. Its yellow-green seedless berries can be eaten with the skin on. It said
Muscat
brown spots may
grapes.
appear. You could have fooled me. Because no, they're perfect. They're perfectly green. They're wonderful.
Brand,
Let's
so when I look at Muscat,
see what happens when I put one in my mouth, chew it, and swallow it.
But, oh no, here I found some. So green grapes, $5
tiny
in
little
America.
seed. I must have gotten a lemon. A lemon grape. It says seedless, but I've got 2 seeds now. I've eaten 2 grapes that have 2 seeds in them. That being said, they're unbelievable. They're even better than those. Super sweet, super juicy, and they have just the right amount of Muscat flavor. It's almost like wine-like. It's incredible. Perfect. 10. The sun has set. We've had to change the lighting. I apologize for the change in aesthetic, but it's right on time, because next up we have the musk melon, a central icon of Japanese culture. This melon was the only melon grown by its tree. They snip off all the other buds so that the tree can't grow any more fruit, and it puts all of its melon energy into this melon. As its size and symmetry and texture and flavor increase and grow in quality, so too does the price. And this one's no exception, because this melon right here costed $200 US. These melons are grown in glass-built greenhouses with a single melon per tree.
So you know.
They excel in aroma, sweetness, and texture. With a high-class taste, there is no doubt that Earl's favorite deserves to be known as the king of fruit? The hell's Earl's favorite?
Earl loved it.
I assume that's like an Earl, like a title, probably? It's
Maybe.
capitalized. Earl and favorite, both capitalized, so that's got to mean something. So let's crack it up. Should I cut off the stem, or is that like disrespect? I don't want to like accidentally commit a cultural atrocity. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, see how much juice came out? I'm gonna scoop out the seeds over here and look at that juice. Maybe I shouldn't have done it here. It's gonna get in my lap. Again, I hope it wasn't offensive that I cut perpendicular to the stem or something. Anything that I'm doing is not out of disrespect, it's out of ignorance, so it's fine. I'm gonna cut this up normal melon style.
That looks good,
$200 melon.
I doubt it's that good of tasting, though.
Let's see what all the fuss is about. That's perfect. That's about as perfect as a melon can get, I imagine. If the friggin' pool that formed here when I cut it in half was any indication, it is so juicy. It's super tender. It's exploding with juice, and it has just the right amount of melon flavor, because it is a flavor that works best subtly, as so many great flavors are, like truffle. It's not like super under the radar. It's very prevalent, but it's not too much. It's just right. $200 is an incredible amount of money to spend on a piece of fruit. The question we can ask is, would I spend $200 on this melon? Sure, I just did. Would I do it again? That's the question. No. Would I spend $200 on this melon? I think I would. As a gesture to somebody that I really love, that I really want to celebrate, or to really just lie in bed and eat this with only my socks on. It's unbelievable. It's perfect.
What is it with having eating fruit naked?
As you might imagine, it is a 10. It has to be. It is a 10. Thank you so much for watching. Your guys watching is what enables us to do wild stuff like this. I so appreciate your tuning in and watching this show. Please comment below what you want to see me rank next and where you want to see us go next. Because I like traveling now. I mean, I did before, but now I really do with cameras.
More now, yeah.
I'm worried about making a mess. Whatever.
He's a little bit of a weirdo. He is. But
All
I think
guys,
that's why we like him, right?
Thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode.
Like, that is another reason that we just, we do like Babish.